I'm Simon from Valkyrja.
And I'm Blood, and you're watching Chaos TV.
Hello, Simon and Vlad from Valkyrja, and welcome to Chaos TV. How are you guys doing now?
Yeah, so we played here at Stillfest yesterday, and today we're just taking the consequences from what we brought here.
Yeah. The last time you played in Finland was in the Black Flames of Blasphemy in 2011. Do you have any good memories of the show that you would like to share with us?
Can't say there was anything extraordinary with that particular festival, but it was as any gig for us. Pretty decent.
Yeah.
2011, what happened? Black Flames of Blasphemy. The only thing that I remember was that we played really early.
Yeah.
What are your first opinions about the festival in general, and are there some bands that you will most likely, or you have most likely been checking in this weekend now?
Yeah, I mean, I have some friends playing as well for Niflheim and Destroyer, so of course I give them my support. Today we'll see, we have Vader today, but that's it, I think.
Primordial as well are playing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Your latest album, The Antagonist's Fire, was released last year. Overall, what kind of feedback have you received from it so far?
Actually, I would say that most of the response has been good for this record, and I think we have a stronger identity in the band now than we had when we did the previous one, Contamination, as we did more touring together, and so we were all a stronger unit when we did The Antagonist's Fire, and I think that's something that can be heard on the record. So and also that for the previous albums we hadn't done that much touring before, so I think we have some more eyes to check us out now than we did when we released the previous ones. So.
Are you the kind of guys who reads what people write about your band, or do you try to avoid reading any article about your band?
I don't avoid reading, but what I read doesn't affect me in any way. I can, of course, I can have the feeling of being proud when I read something that I agree with, but also it doesn't change the outcome of what we have done. So if it's good or bad, doesn't matter. I read it sometimes just because I don't have anything better to do, but it's not important for me to get others' opinion.
How familiar are you with the Finnish extreme metal scene? Do you know many Finnish extreme metal bands, or are you familiar with someone?
Yeah, of course, but I would say that Sweden's beating you Finnish guys any day.
Of course. How do you see the extreme metal scene generally nowadays? What defines the underground or the commercial part of it? How has it changed when times fly by?
I really don't like to answer these questions, as I can admit that I'm pretty young, so I won't tell how things change. I will just say that I take the part of it that I'm comfortable with, and what's happening with others around, I don't care for that. Some might call it underground or commercial, it doesn't matter. After all, it's just the words that people put value in.
In the past, the bands were able to shock people in black metal, but do you think it is even possible anymore in today's world where everything is more accepted than before?
Probably have to commit suicide on stage in order to really shock people.
I think, yeah, I agree with that. Of course, if you can cross some boundaries, you could make some real harm. But the greatest harm you can do to someone else is if you give the audience some thoughts planted in their heads, see what the outcome will be. But I don't think that everyone has the open sense to really experience what they could if they just had a more open sense.
Do you have any personal goals that you would like to achieve in the future?
I take day by day. I don't know how we're gonna continue with this band or anything at all in my life, but for now we're doing this. I guess that we will do some more touring this year still for the album The Antagonist Fire, and later in the year we're planning on doing some 10 years anniversary things, which will be a celebration for us, for the band members. Besides that, I know nothing what the future will bring us. We'll see. And the goals, no.
What does Satanism or devil worshipping mean to you guys personally?
For the first, I want to say that I'm not seeing myself as religious in any way. So I don't want to talk too much about these topics, as it would be I would maybe misjudge some parts. But all I can say personally that what I'm kind of attracted to when it comes to that is the focus on the self, on your own being, which is something I live by as well. But I don't find it necessary to call me something just to be like you. For example, if someone says I'm a Satanist, for example, then I don't need any word to just say I'm like you, because I'm like me, and that's the end of it. I don't need to categorize at all.
I think it's a personal question, so I don't want to get involved in it. No comment.
How do you see extreme metal bands spin-offs like box sets, limited editions, or other commercialized products such as brewery or beers, something like that, from bands?
I just think if you find some value in this product, you will buy it, and I can do it as well from certain bands that I think I need this product from, and that's the end of it. I wouldn't be upset by it. I just don't buy it if I don't need it.
The year 2014 is now almost halfway. What have been your personal favorite albums of this year?
I can't really recall I bought an album released this year, to be honest. If you can give me a clue, I might say something, but honestly, right now I cannot come up with any album released this year.
Okay, so you're like...
I'm serious.
No, me neither. I can't, except the latest Behemoth album. I don't think I've heard any album released this year.
The Satanist, you mean?
Yeah.
I haven't even heard that record.
Are there any albums you're waiting to hear from the remainder of the year? So if there's something coming, do you know?
They are releasing their album in 2 weeks, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something I will check out as well. We have toured with them and did some gigs together. So.
Okay. Yes, and Vader is playing here tonight also. Yeah. So, thank you very much for the interview. Do you have anything to say for the Chaos TV viewers?
No. You asked us the questions. We answered.
Yeah.
Why do you have blood on your face?
I was watching the Goat Moon gig, and they were spitting and throwing blood from the stage. Thank you, Valkyrja.